and welcome to Nashville. For those of you that may have saw last episode, this is a part of the same trip that me and my girlfriend were up in Huntsville. Now we're in Nashville. We're here for the SEC tournament. We're here to just have some fun. She's on spring break. I'm just, took a few days off work. We're at this really cool Airbnb. I'm gonna show you guys around the place. We have a lot of things planned. We're gonna go to this cool place called Putt Shack later tonight. Maybe grab some poke. Obviously have a few nights out on Broadway. I think we have a few other things planned that we're gonna do while here in Nashville. Just some things that you may want to recommend to do anytime you visit this awesome city. This is not our first time being here. We were here actually a few months ago. It's a really fun city. Spending time on Broadway, spending time around the city is a lot of fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Nashville. We got a nice Airbnb next to Centennial Park. This is a super cool area near Vanderbilt. There's tons of food places, and it's just a short Uber down to Broadway, where I know we're going to be spending a lot of time this weekend. First thing, we have to grab food. We decided on poke. This place we found was super fresh and really awesome. Then we headed off to Putt Shack. This is a newer putt place which tracks your shots and then adds a more arcade feel as well as the open bar. Each game is only 9 holes, but it was half off for a second round, so we decided to go ahead and play a full 18. For the first night on Broadway, we knew a couple of bars we enjoyed last time we were in Nashville. We started in Luke Combs in the sports bar area to watch some games going on. Alabama isn't playing tonight, so tonight it's just watching games and hanging out on Broadway. Jelly Roll's bar wasn't open last time we were in Nashville, so we had to check it out. They had a really cool speakeasy up on the 3rd floor, had some really awesome drinks, and it was the kind of vibe that me and my girlfriend really enjoy. Then we headed to Jason Aldean's, which was packed last time, so it was another bar we had not seen before. We were really just checking out some of the bars that we knew that we enjoyed, as well as a couple that we didn't have a chance to see when we were in Nashville back in December.
Welcome to day 2 here in Nashville. We have a few things planned. We got some breakfast that we're going to go get, kind of late breakfast, early lunch. We're going to head over to Opry Mills, maybe check out the Grand Ole Opry. I'm sure we'll have some more fun on Broadway later tonight. Alabama actually plays basketball later tonight. If tickets are cheap enough, we're going to end up going. If they're not, then we may just check out the game on Broadway. So there's a lot more here in Nashville planned. We've still got a few more days here, so follow along for the ride.
We decided to get breakfast at Sun and Fork. It was next to our Airbnb and the food was really incredible. Then we decided to head to the Grand Ole Opry. We did not go inside because there were no shows playing, but we did check out the gift shop. Then it was across the street to Opry Mills Mall just to get some shopping done, check out some souvenirs, and have a good time.
Welcome to Nashville day 2. We are actually going to go out to Broadway. Alabama plays tonight. Unfortunately, the tickets have gone really expensive because Kentucky beat Oklahoma last night. So me and my girlfriend have decided we're not going to go out to the actual stadium tonight. We're going to go out on Broadway.
We're going to watch the game at either Laney Wilson's, John Bon Jovi's, Barstool. We have a few bars that we're thinking about maybe watching it at. There's a few like really, really cool places that we know. Cool because we've been here before, and so that's where we're thinking about watching the game tonight. So if you are interested, follow along for the ride. I will record some kind of clips in all the different bars. Obviously not going to record all night, but we'll record a few different clips. So if you are interested, follow along for the ride. We are planning to go to the SEC championship game if we make it on Sunday. So please stay along for the vlog. The first stop is the roof of Laney Wilson's. My girlfriend really loves their pina colada machine and all their frozen drinks. We also knew that there would be a bar with some TVs that we could watch the game and kind of not be bothered, as well as catch out some really good music. We actually found out that the basement of Laney Wilson has a dueling piano bar. I personally love those and could have stayed here all night. Unfortunately, Alabama was playing and there weren't TVs, so we had to head to another bar so I could catch the rest of the game. We made our way over to John Bon Jovi's bar. There were a ton of Kentucky fans on this floor. The game was going, the sound was on. Unfortunately for them, Alabama was absolutely dominating. We had a great time, but they were having a less than ideal night. Then we went over to Barstool, Nashville. This was another place that we did not get to go last time. Honestly, this is not my style of Nashville bar because it wasn't as much of live music and was much more of just a young crowd, kind of a traditional bar scene, but it was a cool place to visit. When we woke up Saturday, it was raining all throughout Nashville as well as the Southeast, and the tickets for the SEC tournament had dropped, so we did decide to go ahead and go to the Alabama-Florida game. For those of you that are unaware how session passes work, you get tickets for both games, so we were able to attend the Auburn-Tennessee game as well as the Alabama-Florida game. So we're checking out the Auburn-Tennessee game right now while Alabama-Florida is warming up and getting ready to tip off. It was still raining like crazy after the game, so we decided not to go really anywhere far to get food. We decided just to run across the street to 5th and Broadway. This is a really cool area that has a ton of food places. There's all types of food, and we decided on tacos for tonight. All right, wrapping up the end of our trip, we have one last thing we're going to do today. Unfortunately, Alabama did lose today on Saturday against Florida at the SEC tournament. You'll have some footage of that. Me and my girlfriend were able to attend. But it's been storming really bad all across the Southeast here over the past couple of days. I know there's been some tornadoes that hit the state of Alabama. There's been a lot of really bad thunderstorms here in Tennessee as well. So we have decided to actually go inside instead of spend some time on Broadway. And there's a really cool place called Game Terminal. That has a lot of really antique pinball machines and stuff like that. So we're gonna go hang out and play there and get some drinks, have a good time. So I'm gonna bring you all along for the ride and check it out. So this Game Terminal place we found online, we weren't really sure what to expect, but it was way cooler than we ever anticipated. There was no cover to get in, and most of the arcades that you're seeing were completely free to play. There were like a couple that did require tokens. All the pinball machines also required tokens, but we stayed in there almost 2.5 hours, and I think we spent $20 combined between the two of us. They had an open bar as well. We actually decided against drinking today, but there were a ton of really cool arcades, and I would say if you're in Nashville and have some time to spend, this is a really, really fun place with a ton of different options. Hope y'all enjoyed the vlog. That's all for Nashville. We had a fun few days there in Nashville. Unfortunately, Alabama did lose yesterday, as I talked about earlier, at the Airbnb. We're back here in Tuscaloosa, you know, got unpacked, got everything out of the vehicle. We do have some future trips planned. I know I'm going to be going to Southern Maryland. We have a wedding. My girlfriend is graduating here in May, so we may have some stuff from that. If Alabama advances to the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four, potentially, depending upon locations, I will be in attendance for those. Final Four I know is in San Antonio, but depending upon locations, may be going to some of those, and then some future summer trips. So if you are interested, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. There's a lot more travel vlogs and things like that coming down the pipeline. I also have an episode I want to do about travel essentials and things, because I've done a lot of flights, as I mentioned previously, in some over the last few years. So I want to talk about some things that I use and consider travel essentials. So if you are interested in all those videos, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace.